All right. Hello and welcome, everybody. We will be doing PvP in a little bit here, but I personally wanted to get a couple pieces of gear for my Dragoon real fast before we head in. And, I say getting some gear, but I've just had the, misfortune of having to try and T-gear, and trying to get that stuff to drop is nigh on impossible sometimes. Tracker, that sounds like ninja. No, bard. I'm trying to find like the perfect body piece to fit with the Crypt Lurker, because I really don't like the Crypt Lurker body. Like, you'd think that it would work really well being a part of the same set that the headpiece is from, but it's like not for the Reaper aesthetic I'm going for, you know what I mean? I looked at the Knight Steel Top. You know what? I think that's actually one I have in my repertoire. I've got a few. I'll show you guys. One is the Exarchic gear, because the Exarchic gear is just, like, they did a really good job on most of those sets. So that's one that is being considered right now. Let's see, there's Exarchic. I think the Knight Steel I did actually grab. There are a couple others. Yeah, I'm doing Glam Farm right now because I'm going in on Dragoon, because Dragoon is so strong on PvP. Like, they've got strength at range, they've got strength at close quarters, they've got gap closers, they got burst. It's just like, dang. Oh, we're definitely not going to be able to do the last boss. I think that's a wrap. We can only do the first two bosses here, and I don't think we've been getting accessories in these other chests. What piece am I looking for? Anything Dragoon. I want to see the Dragoon body and arms. Dragoon body and arms. Well, I'm in another PvP Discord. I just said I was in another PvP Discord. I know that there are others available, but there was one that was like specifically for content creators. So I figured I could try and network for once and get to know some people. Get out of my shell, because I definitely don't want people being too rando, because I don't do well with being flamed. I'm more than willing to be critiqued and like help me improve, but I don't want people to have enough anonymity with me to be like, dude, you fucking suck. Dude, what the fuck are you doing? Dude, I said do this. What are you listening to me? And so that's kind of what I associate PvP with, basically MOBA players. Whether or not that's fair, that's my social anxiety, so it's already kind of a stretch for me to go outside of my normal comfort zone and talk to other content creators. Like, because I don't want to clap back at people. I don't think that's a healthy way of living. Like, somebody shits on you, so you just get them back. It's exhausting. Always feeling like you have to, like, get the one-up, and then if you feel yourself slipping and getting angry, then, just feeling like you've lost. Like, I've done it. I played League for too long, when I was younger. It's just, I don't want to do that again. It's not fun. I don't think I can survive. Oh, wait, hang on. I got bloodbath. Come on. I screwed up. I should have healed. Oh, no. Nope. Golly. We got close, though. We got pretty close. Hang on. Now I'm determined. We can do this. Yeah. Like, I feel you. Like, I see, like, other creators, and then I'm like, do they not want to talk to me? Do they not want to, like, collab? Do they not like me? And then I'm, like, thinking back in my own head, like, no, they're probably just as socially anxious as I am about stuff, It's just like, yeah. Like, I've dealt with, like, really nice parts of this community, and I've dealt with the minority, really bad part of this community. Even some fans, like, I'll be in my own head, right? And I'll have those, how you, like, have your comment section in your head, like, anytime you want to say like you need a break, you've got that person in the back of your head that's just like they never got hugged by their dad. Their mom's an alcoholic. They had to take care of themselves since they were 2.5. And like anything that they see, like any self-care that you want to do for yourself is weakness, and you're just making excuses, and you can't do that. And if you just did this, then it'd be fine. And if you just did this, then it wouldn't be a problem. And you're just making it harder for yourself and all this stuff. That person's buzzing in my ear, noodling around in my head, almost like 24/7, living rent-free. And then I'm like, no, that's not real. Like most people are like, take a break, don't be hard on yourself, look out for you. You know, that really helps having like the Patreon and all that stuff where, you know, people put their money where their mouth is, and they really do want me to take care of myself and all that jazz. So, but then I get these random comments that just put that all on its head. I've had people criticize how healthy I look. I've had people criticize my living situation. Just like, I'm working hard here to like try and keep things on the up and up. Like they don't see all the improvements that I'm doing or all the things that I care about doing, and all the things that I've told myself up until this point. Like, hey, you're not alone having to like things get a little out of hand or things get messy or adulting just getting away from you. You know what I mean? And then one person just comes in like, dude, your place looks like shit. Thanks. Thanks for holding me accountable. Thanks for being real with me. That's what I really needed. That's what I wanted out of chat, is just making sure that I knew I wasn't doing enough. Thank you, random person on the internet. You're a real hero. Oh my gosh. Oh, that hurt. Oh, that hurt a lot. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Holy crap. Oh, we did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. Samurai, best samurai NA. We did it. Please tell me that's something that we needed. No, it's not. No. All right, it was all for naught. All right, time for PvP. I'm glad. You know what's funny is that two things that blow my mind. One is that people find my channel through the best of videos, and two, that people sub before they've even played Final Fantasy sometimes. Those two cases, like, crazy to me. Absolutely insane. I love it. Makes no sense to me, but I still appreciate the hell out of it. So, like, okay, so I'm thinking about keeping the arms, the legs. What I don't really like about this set is, in contrast to, like, you do have some highlights here on the headpiece. The Exarchic looks like extra shiny, you know what I mean? Like, there are a lot of hard highlights. Whereas I don't know, they just seem a little bit more subtle, I suppose, or not quite as glaring on the helmet here. So, whereas I like the style of this, it doesn't work as well as I want it, and I still kind of want that cloak vibe, that aesthetic. So, things that I've been considering. Chromite's one. That kind of, it's not robe-ish, but it kind of has like a hanging type of feel to it. So let's display the rest of it. So it's just dark. It has just enough highlight and detail to kind of match the head there. The Rathalos coat is really good. I don't really like the wings coming off of it there. The little Ifrit butt horns. This one I still really like as a coat, but it doesn't work. I still really like this coat. It holds a lot of sentimental value to me. This is like, this is what people did. This is what made me switch from Immortal Flames to the Maelstrom. This gear right here. This coat. That jacket. Like, this is pretty cool as well. Again, I'd like more of like something over my shoulders, like a cloak. This is just a very simple black. It's got good highlights to break everything up. It's got a similar kind of gold color for the trim on the hood there. So I was hoping that the Bone Wicca would help. Okay, let's go to the teleport. That's what I want. Wolves Den. Finally, what I advertised. Let's do a training match. 20 minutes later. I don't want to grief, you know what I mean? I really don't. I want to make sure that I get at least 1 or 2 pracky matches in. Got him. Kind of line of sight of myself there. We got nobody to heal him, so they're toast. Did our healer die? Our healer died. Backing off. You're dead. You're dead, kid. You're dead. You're dead. Absolutely no mercy. Smite. Don't line of sight my healer. Be a good DPS. Somebody else needs to pick these up. I don't know if the team isn't or if they're just not able, but I'm getting a little frustrated. Come on. Burst, 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 burst. Yes. Like, I'm not crazy that these things are just getting left on the floor. Am I wrong? Oh, we did it. We did it. We finally did it. Thank goodness. Jeez Louise. For it, I know that you can't focus, at least how it used to be, you can't focus one down. You have to split up your, like, you can't just keep killing the same person over and over. Oh, was that you in there? Had max metals, just needed the range and healer to pick up? Alright. So that's what I thought. I was like, why is this not happening? Sorry, went into, like, gamer focus mode. Wasn't very entertaining. Apologize. Got him! Woohoo! Oh, dude, this would be, like, so close to perfect if, one, this coat part was shorter, and if it didn't have those stupid things on the shoulders. So close. So close. Thank you, though. Do I use Premiere? Yes, I do use Premiere Pro, and yes, it takes freaking forever. Like, it's such a... I don't know if it's CPU or RAM, but I have the settings pretty high. Like, I've got a lot of RAM, and I got a decent CPU specifically because I edit videos a lot. And yeah, Premiere Pro sucks. But it's the only one that has the titles that are that convenient to use for my style of video, for like putting in the text boxes. Yeah, that's another thing. So, people finding my channel through the best ofs. So usually I think of the best ofs as like a treat for everybody who's been watching. But a lot of people come in from the best ofs. Then there are people who don't even play the game who watch our videos, or start playing the game because of our videos. And then people who use our videos as guides. I'm just like, none of this makes sense. That's why I was like, oh, people already use my stuff as guides. Maybe I can try making one. And that made some people mad. Like, people got uppity because I didn't do the strat they did, or I didn't mention a certain thing. I'm like, I'm talking about what we did to beat this fight. I'm not doing like a whole thing like in depth. It's just like, this is our strat. This is how you follow it. Yeah, the guide of what not to do. But hey, if it helps, it helps. This is why I normally don't do PvP. It's like, just if it was match after match, it'd be fine. I guess it's kind of encouraging because not a whole lot of people are playing. So I might be the lowest ranked person, but if I can still get that ranked 100 and get the gear, I really want the gear. There's going to be new gear though, right, brother? Because they always come up with these banging designs. It's just a mount. Fuck. Stream's over. Oh, we won. Thank goodness. I honestly don't know how to make PvP more enticing. I really don't. Because it's like trying to convince people to play fighting games. Like, people already have PvE anxiety for like doing tanks or healers, like where there's a responsibility, and the chance of being blamed for something, like especially in like a team game. I mean, I was even talking to people about Pokemon Unite. You know, happy, fun, Pokemon Unite. It's still a MOBA. I hate everything. Rank sucks. Everything's wrong with my team. I don't know. I'm not a big PvPer, so my stuff isn't... One, I'm pretty ignorant about most stuff that's going on here, but also, like, I don't have a pulse on the general PvP community. As a PvPer from, like I said, fighting games and stuff, because feeling locked out of gear is already kind of feels bad. If they did a thing where it was, like, per season, too, like, bringing in new weapons, then at least we have the chance of something good. Like, for a person, like, wanting to get into it, it's a good motivator. And they need that to populate it. The biggest issue right now with PvP, and this is the same in any fighting game too, like, you're gonna kill the game or the mode if you can't get people in. I thought it was really weird when like say Maximilian dude was talking about Pokken. Pokken was a fun game. Really hard to like technically get down, but at least I felt. But a lot of fun. But it's like he got a huge amount of enjoyment out of it because the matchmaking was just like, oh, you lost? Okay, next match. Oh, you won? All right, next match. Like you just had like almost no downtime, and that's what makes a Strive so entertaining right now is because it's well populated, and you get the opportunity to just go back in. Oh, you lost? Okay, we'll go back in. And this is just like I tried a couple seasons ago, but I'm sitting here for like half an hour waiting for one game, and how many matches do I need? And when the server is populated, I'm busy. I will still stand by my reasoning of the same way that Ultimate Gear is an achievement that you can keep going back and getting. I don't think it would hurt, at least not in the immediate sense, the PvP community, nor their EPing. It's like you still have to rank high in order to get that armor. But making it exclusive to one period of time, I don't know. I'm just not a fan of that mentality. Yeah, because overall, I don't hate the PvP. I like the coordination that you need. If I like had a team, it would probably be really fun because it's like, okay, the healer's gonna focus on this, or okay, we're gonna focus on this person. Get your stun ready on the healer in 3, 2, 1, go. I gave it a shot, and I sat here on stream a couple seasons ago trying to get into a PvP match and literally sitting here for 30 minutes twiddling my freaking thumbs, getting nothing done, getting nothing of substance in rewards, and it's just like I have other things that I could be doing with my time than just sitting here in queue. So it's like people are only going to be upset about it because they made it so exclusive. But then that's also, I don't know, it makes it kind of feels bad for like putting in the effort into something and then, well, this season I don't like the reward, the exclusive reward that I'm only going to get one of, so I'm not going to do PvP. And then you lose interest for about a season, and it's low populated, and I don't know, it's not a good thing for the overall health of the thing, the overall health of the game mode. Oh boy, another 2 hours before we get a single promotion. Like, I understand the point of view of they made it exclusive, so they have to keep it exclusive, or people are going to be upset. But that literally killed all my incentive to play PvP. I don't know. You still have, like, legit, it seems like the argument is they made it exclusive to seasons, so therefore we can't make it any... We can't bring it out of season rewards, even though, like this kind of system, being able to get older sets of gear. Like, should they have locked these behind the expansions? Because it's a good incentive for people to come into PvP. Like, not a foolproof incentive, because sometimes we'll be like, oh yeah, the Rising Dragon gear from PvP, and people are like, oh, PvP rip. I guess it's just more from my stance of wanting that other gear, and I'd like a way to get that other gear that didn't feel like I was actively being punished while trying to just play the game mode, you know what I mean? It feels kind of like a slight, like, oh, you need to put up with this garbage game format in order to get loot that's worth anything. Because the whole thing is, like, for me, it's not that you played during this specific period in time, it's that you had an achievement of being top 100 across the servers or across your server, right? So that's where my mind is going, is like, you're still achieving it, you're still earning it, and the fact that you have it doesn't diminish what you earned. Like, if somebody comes in and earns rank 100, them getting the gear that you have does not mean that your achievement is lessened anymore. It just means that you didn't get an exclusive thing, and that works IRL because it gives collectors value. You want to be able to say, I was here during this time. It's kind of like having the... Like, I would never make the argument of having everybody from current servers get the legacy tattoo on their characters. Even if that's cool, it's something that you got for being a supporter early on. So I'm totally fine with that staying the way that it is. Well, the current thing is that we're not. It's not an apples to apples comparison for like Savage fights because they're constantly available. But again, that was what a lot of people were upset about when you were able to literally craft the Hyaligan stuff or the Dreadworm stuff. Like, you didn't even have to beat T13 in order to get that gear. You could just have it. It's that they made it an issue because they started with it being exclusive. If it wasn't that way initially, then there wouldn't be much problem. But now if we go backwards, you guys, anybody can get this as long as you achieve the same thing that people in the past did. I don't know. I again understand. I don't know if that's enough for me to drop the idea. And that's just my issue with it. Because look at this. I'm just sitting here talking. I guess I could go out and do some fates or whatever. But it's just like I'm just sitting here wanting to PvP, wanting to get a match in, wanting to progress, wanting to do more. And it's just... They made it especially difficult to do so, and then extra punish. Like, I don't think... There's, again, that mentality of, this thing is locked behind this content, therefore I'm locked out of this content. I'm being excluded from this content. It's like, no, you have to make the choice to do that content. But when you make this content so difficult to progress in, so difficult to participate in, so difficult to be a part of, now it's like, I really wanted to participate, I really wanted to put in the time, I wanted to grind it out, but I have a life. I have things I gotta do. I've got stuff to complete. So, like, I'd prefer being able to slow grind it out, but you can't. You have to dedicate months to this. And it's not like you can just hit a certain mark and be like, okay, I got my gear, I'm done. It's you have to maintain your rank over this entire period of time or you're fucked. And that's what makes me angry about it. I'm okay limited time, like, exclusive things in the sense of, like, collector's items or, like, anything IRL, because that adds value to it. But I don't know, just a glam, a piece of a set of armor. Like, it's some of the coolest armor that they've done, but it's just... I'm just especially heated over just the state of PvP, putting really good rewards behind it, and then, oh, sorry, if you didn't grind every single day for the next 3 months, or however long these seasons are, you just don't get this reward. Sorry, bye-bye. And then also making a group of people that will be absolutely furious if you make that past gear an incentive for future PvPers. Some people just will never PvP because rip PvP. Like, they'll just... It's a meme. And it's going to be real tough for people to move beyond that. The else they make to sabotage you with. Oh, right. I didn't know that was... I knew that there were some, like, their win trades and stuff, which kind of goes like, did you really achieve rank 100 or did you win trade somebody to get your gear, right? Like, there's so many people that invalidate the sense of value to that stuff. Anyway, I try to be like, yeah, because Frontlines does suck. Okay, let me say that right now. Frontlines blows. I hate the 1v1v1 battle royale style because one team can literally sit back while the other two teams bully each other. And then they can take everything while two teams are actually PvPing. It's a horrible system. Dead ass boy. Oh my gosh. We've been at this for like 2 hours. And we're not even halfway through one rank. Oh, I'm trying not to be a negative Nancy right now. I'm trying not to be negative about it. Where do you check your rank at the end? Let's see, top 100 right now. I need 1,725 points. Of course, the top of the leaderboard is somebody with a Moogle helmet. It's just that I can't always start week 1. That's the thing, is that my job is not like 9 to 5. I get off work and then I come home and play the game. Or like by the time I'm free from stuff, it's like 2 in the morning. Like, I understand the thought process of like getting into a fighting game early so that you can kind of learn the tech with everybody else. and start ranking up. But yeah, this is just really rough because it's like super punishing if you don't no life it. The gear that I thought I was going for isn't here. I'm not going to be able to keep up with this. I mean, just being able to grind it out at some point would be good. Like, I understand the prestige of being top 100, but man, it is, this is, we didn't even rank today after 2.5 hours. You can't say, well, that promotes win trading. Everything is promoted. Like, the past rewards, they win traded. The past rewards, they botted. The past rewards, they did all that stuff. So doing anything else doesn't promote it. It just means that they're doing the exact same thing they have been. Yeah, okay, I'm not going to say if PvPers don't want to let other people have their gear, that's fine. But I definitely don't want to hear them complaining that nobody's playing the system, or playing the game, or playing the thing. Because the gear is the only thing to make anybody even consider it. But having to wait 10 minutes per match for, like, what was it, 20, 25? I won 4 in a row. Every game this season, today. The 4 wins that we got today. And I'm not even halfway through being qualified. Usually, most ranked games, or most games with the ranking system at least, qualify you after that. Or if you're on a winning streak, give you more after like a few matches. Imagine if you played Overwatch or League and you had to play 10 matches to be placed. In League, you have to do 10? Really? I thought it was like 4 or 5. Oh, that's why League sucks. Well, that's what I'm saying, though, is that like they make it more accessible in Overwatch, which is a PvP-centric game, you know, exclusive PvP. This has the exact same requirements. The most unpopular game mode has the exact same requirements as a game that centers around PvP. I don't know. I don't even know if it's worth it. Like, having PvP is cool and everything, but the way that they're doing it now, having player versus player, it's not the culture of the game. Like, it's not the culture of the player base. You know what I mean? They used to have PvP gear that had morale on it so that you would improve yourself. Like, you had a gear best in slot to go for early on, and they nixed that. Like, they had something where it was like your PvP gear means something, and you're going to gear up, and you're going to go in there, and it's going to be like just, And then they took that away and made it all like, the frontlines was a flop. I really I don't like frontlines. If we had Ishgard as a grand company and people could switch in there and they added another grand company, that would be better. Because then you don't have 2v1s happening, and you don't have just people fighting each other, playing the game, and then Team A sitting in the back just picking up stuff that isn't going on in the fight. Like, putting in the effort, doing well, I don't feel rewarded. I don't feel like I performing well in the first 4 matches did anything. I'm not getting any extra. I don't feel like I'm getting very many extra points. I don't feel like, you know, I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah, I don't want it to be casual friendly. I want the people who want to devote the time to it don't have to spend their entire waking moment in the game only doing it. Because I don't think playing ranked isn't bad. I even as a casual player, I like ranked modes. I prefer going into ranked modes because people, unless they're smurfing, which if somebody wants to level up an alt specifically for Feast, that's fine. When I'm playing in ranked, like in a fighting game, I always prefer to do ranked, because even if somebody's better than me, it's usually by a small margin. And if they're smurfing, all I have to do is lose a couple times. They move up, I stay where I'm at, or I get lowered. I knock a couple more people out who are worse than me. Then I get to people who are a little bit more my level. Whereas if you're just doing free play, or in like the parks and Strive, you have a chance as a floor 2 to get matched against a floor 10 and just get steamrolled. But I still prefer the ranked in Strive because, again, if somebody's beating me a lot, like in floor 9, I might get punished and sent back to floor 8, but they're moved up almost instantly. I get back in there, and then everybody else who's there consistently, I can practice against, I can get better at. One thing that they could do, that they could consider, not just to throw out complaints, but to actually offer up a solution, is if they went ahead, took the still competitive aspect, but you're not up against other people. And playing into the PvE portion, still no frontlines. Yes, obviously then that's not PvP, but what we're saying right now is that PvP isn't really working because the community doesn't like it. So if we want anything competitive, we need to talk. The idea would be to go somewhere different. Like any improvements, any changes that they do have not worked because you just cannot change the mentality of the community like that. Putting super cool rewards behind it doesn't help. Putting good armor, even behind the casual things like frontlines, doesn't work. Reformatting the skills and abilities and trying to balance that out doesn't work. So, another thing that they could do to still show that people had merit, people that have abilities, still something that lets people compete, that if you had some sort of like time trial type thing where you bring in your team and you have like 2 lanes or whatever, and whoever beats this thing first wins, or like kind of a race type things, basically a time trial. So you're still using your abilities, you're still coordinating, you're still showing that you have a set of skill. That would still, people aren't being matched right up against each other, so that the anxiety isn't quite there to that level, which is a big thing that I think hinders people in this community. It's not shade, I'm just trying to go based off of observations that I've heard or seen. Like, yeah, it's not PvP, you're not actually fighting other players. The current format of PvP just doesn't work. So either just keep bashing your head into it, or you take a different approach. Yeah, and if you wanna do the current PvP season for the reward, that's your prerogative. I'm not saying anybody who does that should be shamed for it. Just because I can't have the rewards doesn't mean that people who get them deserve to get put down. Like, I'm not saying that at all. If you guys like the current PvP, I'm not even saying you like the PvP, but if you like the rewards and you can put up with it enough to put in the time for it, more power to you. Absolutely. I'm not trying to argue that. I mean, if people really like Feast, they can keep it. I don't know. The majority of players don't. And what normally happens with content that the majority of players don't do? It dies. What's going to happen to Chocobo Racing? What's going to happen to Lords of Verminion? What's going to happen to Triple Triad? Oh, Triple Triad actually has been getting some new stuff lately. There's always going to be this apprehension when it comes to like fighting another person, like competing up against another person directly. I still get anxiety doing Duel Links ranked. I still get anxiety playing Strive, but I've pushed past that because I really enjoy just, I don't know, the experience of being up against somebody and trying to figure out the puzzle that is another person. This PvP doesn't really let you do that. It's just who can mash the most buttons faster to kill the person before they get healed up. I don't know. That's just my take. That's my take on it. I'm discouraged. I'm discouraged and upset because I really wanted to put some effort into doing this, and it's just like, if I drop everything else I'm doing, I cannot do Relic, I cannot do raids, I cannot do anything else remotely grinding that requires like a queue system, because I need to spend all my time in the game in PvP for a chance. So kudos to the people that get those rewards. Hats off to the people who want to put in the time, but like there are just other things that I want to do, and I don't feel like I can effectively do it. Like I can't grind out Bosnia. I have to exclusively do parts of the Relic quest that don't involve a queue or an instance, and also rework my entire schedule to hit peak times. And if that's when everybody's getting off work, that's when I'm going to have dinner with my family. So yeah, it was worth a shot, guys. We still won a lot. We still did well. I wanted to get into it because there was like more of like a content creator's call to it, but it's like, it's so gosh dang boring. When I'm playing Strive, it is constant fight. And like, I'm getting 10, 15, 20 fights, matches in during my 3-hour stream. And this was, I could have maybe gotten 2 more, so 6 in 3 hours. So 2 matches per hour. So not only are we locked by, either time zones or activity time, we're locked by servers. We'd have to transfer to Aether. that means no more raid. They're making it really hard to even get into it because it's a huge time commitment for like very little reward. Like the rewards seem cool. This mount sucks. I don't like this mount, but like the gear that they introduced was really good. Yeah, we'll see what happens with 6.0. Like I don't want to meme on Feast. I like PvP stuff. I love fighting games, and I still want to encourage more people to like get into the genre. Well, we gave it a shot. Let no one say we didn't at least give it an effort. And we won. So it's not like I'm bowing out because we couldn't win. Yeah, I've got shit talked. Yeah, I've got my card. I tried it. It sucks. I like the PvP. I like the format. It seems fine. Like my experience when I'm in the match is pretty fun. Getting into there is where we hit the issues, and then the elitism behind getting your rewards. Do people deserve it for putting in the time? Sure. Can they complain about more people not wanting to do it by erasing the previous rewards from history? No. Anywho, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you have a great rest of your night. God bless you all. We will see you next time on the stream.